Hey y'all, welcome back to A Sitting with Ashley. I'm Ashley. I just realized that tomorrow we start. Hey, I asked you to be respectful. Uh, I just realized that tomorrow we start the Salvage studio. Hey, child. Anyway, and so it's gonna be a little crazy in here because I really want to be in here with him too. So, this is everything I prepared for Salvage Studio, and I wanted to share it with you before we do it tomorrow. And then I have this stuff that I got ready too. Everyone's gonna get a card. I don't know how many people are signing up. It might just be the four of us that we're doing the helmets. That's fine too. But I did make enough in case people did sign up. So we have your name, your three favorite songs, because I always make a playlist when I'm working with youth. It encourages them. And then your favorite kind of art, like painting or drawing or whatever. So that I can make sure to get that incorporated in the piece. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Teen Center has a grant, and I was invited to do a salvage studio for May. And so it's all recycled materials, and we're going to be doing what I chose to do was a piece about world peace. We're going to be constructing I want it to be like 6 to 8 feet, but we'll see, Earth. And then put a giant peace sign or implement some of. Hey, come on, man, back it up. Just for a few minutes, please. You're right there, so you're being very loud. Hey, where did I put all that money? I moved some shit around. I'm glad I have this. So I'm not taking everything tomorrow. I am gonna take this, and then we'll see what we come up with. So this is a piece about art's purpose, expression, creation, question, reflection, intrigue, challenge, shift perspective, inspire, and make difficult topics easier to digest. And then we have a bunch of quotes about art. So we have Creativity is Contagious by Albert Einstein, Pass It On. There is no must in art because art is free. That is Wassily Kandinsky. There are no rules to creativity. Laura Jaworski. Are these all? What is it? Ski. Polish. Artists are born, not made. There is nothing you can do for them. Louis Bourgeois. Creativity takes courage. Henry Matisse. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. Pablo Picasso. Art is the highest expression of human spirit, and everything you can imagine is real. Another Pablo Picasso. So those are just some things I found on Google quick. Now, tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this as a concept. Tomorrow's just the introduction, so we're going to do it like a class, and then we'll break out on Thursday. So we're doing it twice a week for all of May. And so then I pose questions all the time to get kind of a perspective of where everybody's at, and stuff like that. So what's wrong with the world? Everyone can write what they think is wrong with the world, from their perspective. How do you feel, like, about the world, you know? Like, do you feel hopeless? Can you stop, please? Just please. What's peace mean to you? We're going to be in the Salvage Studios now. Please just be quiet, stimming. If there were no limits, how would you change the world? And, so we're going to not only be talking about art, but also about world peace, which, again, in this community is a pretty provocative thing. They didn't advertise my thing. I think they're worried about pushback because of the political climate in this community. They said they were advertising it, but I don't think they did. I follow them on Instagram and on Facebook, and I never saw my flyer. So it sucks, but I'm too big for this community. It's fine. I already know that. So I'm happy for this opportunity. I'm excited to be able to be in this space, but it's not, I don't know. So that's another reason why I'm kind of showing up this way, to be taken seriously. I don't know. I'm constantly underestimated. Okay, what do you want this piece to include? Okay. Like, this is for high schoolers. So for me, a big thing for high schoolers is school shootings. So Niall and I painted this old water gun. And so we're going to incorporate this into the piece. I also took some of his Nerf bullets that we can paint. There's some rose gold over there, so we're going to paint some of those. This is the importance of sustainability, so talking about the project of the Salvage Studio, recycling, reusing, reimagining, recreation. I need to write repurpose. I couldn't think of that word when I was doing this. Hang on. So we'll talk about the importance of sustainability, and we can add on so that we can incorporate not only world peace, but how using recycled materials or giving things a second life is an important part of that, right? Sustainability is an important part of world peace, right? And we don't have a concept of that because that's not how we exist in this reality. Then I wanted to incorporate some historical examples about peace as an art form. Historical and current. I have another poster in here. So I printed out, this was actually one of my canvas bags that someone made in the Cricut studio. Here's a grenade, it's spray paint, graffiti. This none of us are well until all of us are well. Giving these kids this concept of understanding that no one's free until we're all free. A lot of these people are very religious, right-leaning and political because of the adults around them. So this is going to be like a very new thing to be presented with. Then we have Nina Simone's quote, an artist, what does it say? An artist's duty, as far as I'm concerned, is to reflect the times. At this crucial time in our lives, when everything is so desperate, when every day is a matter of survival, I don't think that you can help but be involved. So getting them to think about that. These are some things from Vietnam. And we have this. These are from an organization called RAP. So this is more current examples of activism and promoting peace within organizing work, which again is a foreign concept for these kids in this community. What inspires you? I was getting more downloads about that, so this is another page of other political art. So the reason I printed all this out was to give them examples, but also we can incorporate these into the piece if we want. This one's really powerful. It's a American Nazi symbol, and it says beware. Be aware. I thought it said we are next. I think it does at the top. Yeah, it says are we next at the top. Be aware. So that's super powerful, again, for this community that is mostly MAGA and Mormon in the demographics. I made these monies, and then I used the bag for the market, so I have to find these. I have a whole thing. I did add the word art on there so no one gets weird ideas. And then I printed out these. I mentioned these not too long ago, but I did black out the Israeli flag. It's really interesting because the American flag is not on here, but the Israeli flag was. But I am not... No. In a conversation about world peace, we are not going to include Israel. So that is what I have prepared for them. Again, a lot of this is going to be like completely new thought, idea stuff for them. So I'm going to put all of the... I have to grab a few more pens for my mutual aid. But I want them all to fill out a card, and then we will, I'll just put all of the posters up and give them a few minutes to do that, and then we can go over it as a group. I think that's the best way because some people might be embarrassed to share that, and so it's easier to just write it and then not, single anyone out. That's usually the way I go, and then after I get their songs, I'll create a playlist, and then we'll start constructing on Thursday. But I do also have I've already taken a whole bunch of stuff out of my shed, but I did take apart another rug, so I have more fabric pieces. And then another part of this is that we're going to be doing a big piece, but then I also have some poster board that I bought for screen printing. I have like 200 sheets, so I'm going to spare a few of those, and then everyone can make their own poster. Or if they'd rather do like a model or something. I want everyone to also do a piece that speaks to them, that they, I understand that not everyone has my passion, but I think part of being a facilitator is to spark that passion. I know the best teachers that I've ever had did that for me, and so that's what I try to do. By giving them enough space to explore it, not judging where they're at in their process. I understand the political climate around here, but giving them a sense that, you know, this is an entire world. I'm also going to wear these. I also have a t-shirt that I'm going to wear. It says, for tomorrow, it says something about, I don't remember what it is, but it's got a picture of the earth, and then it says something about the power of, there will not be peace until the power of man overcomes the, I don't know, something like that, where people don't want power anymore, they want peace, something like, I don't know, but I'm gonna wear that. I just remembered that we start tomorrow. I can't believe I've been really focused on a lot of other shit. So anyway, I have to go ahead and find the money stacks. I think I'm probably gonna hold off taking this stuff until Thursday, just to kind of stay focused on this. I don't know, we'll see. But we have a 2-hour block each class. So, you know, if we go through this and everyone feels cool and inspired. I also already made a playlist that has like a lot of political songs, so I'm probably just going to add to that and kind of shuffle their favorite songs within that. Subliminal messaging, yeah, a little bit. But I think it's really important to incorporate all types of art. So like the graphic t-shirt, my earrings, the music are all aspects of art, right? So going back to this first page, having people understand that there's different art forms, and then inspiring them to kind of, you know, focus on what they want to do and recognize that, like, no matter what it is that you do, it does have an impact on the earth. That's kind of the goal here. So I'm going to take this and a marker just in case I come up with more. But yeah, that's what I've prepared so far. Now I'm going to go through, I'm probably going to do another run through in my shed, pull out some more recycled stuff that I think could be useful. Like I have like a big tub of like old beads. I do have assistance for this. The same woman who was facilitating the one last month, she's going to be my assistant per se, and she really likes doing stuff with glue guns. So I'm thinking of her, like we could add that. Where did I put all of that stuff? I already took it. It's not here. I already took it over there 2 weeks ago. Okay. Because I had, like I showed you guys some of those like cards from Niles that have like emotions and stuff. I think I'm open to discussion on this. I'm not set in my way on this. I was thinking we could create a piece of the earth. I did have extra blue and green paint from the mural project in the backyard, and I also took some like inflatable stuff that got ruined or popped, so it's like that thin plastic. I have a lot of blue stuff to, you know, that we can incorporate into the earth. I'm really excited about this project because my type of art is mixed media. I like to combine different things to create art. It's just my jam. I also don't mind, I can take some of that rolled paper and we can incorporate that somehow. I'm not going to be doing a piece for the gallery anymore. I would like to do this piece just for me, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just save that for me, but I don't know. Maybe I can teach them how to roll paper. They are going to be doing a rolling paper project or magazine stuff in October, but it's only May, so I might introduce some of that recycling or collaging. But anyway, I was thinking like a flat earth, not like the concept of flat earth, but like as an art project, and then putting all of the things wrong with the earth, like how it currently is, and then introducing the peace sign, making a separate piece of the peace sign, and then I was thinking we could raise that up a few inches, and I have these boxes that I got from the Zen Garden tools, but I just got 6 more of these, but I was thinking we could kind of use this to separate like the earth piece and then place the peace sign on top of these to kind of raise it up, and then have the peace sign be all of the things that we can do to make the world a better place. So I bought some fake flowers. I bought some army men. I thought I took army men over there already. I found them in my shed, but that was a shit show of a day, so I don't know. I may have accidentally thrown those away. So anyway, I replaced those. We have army men over there. So it's going to be such a busy... there's going to be different textures and different materials and different, like, scopes. It's going to be so fucking dope. And I'm very excited to participate. Niall's going to get to participate in it. Obviously. We come as a team, right? Yeah, we're a team! Anyway, so that's what I've prepared. I'm very stoked. And then, I gotta take tape. I asked her to get me some old newspaper and some, ow, that hurt my back, the chair. I asked her to get me some old newspaper and some spray glue, but she asked for my materials twice. Like I said, I feel very dismissed in this community. I'm not gonna worry about it, honestly. I did just get some more materials from the preschool teacher that's retiring, but those are for the art ambulance, but there's a whole tub of stuff that she's getting rid of. So I might go through that and see if there's anything that we can turn into this kind of piece. But yeah, I'm very excited. We could even, like, incorporate clay, you know, so if their favorite artwork is clay or, you know, molding, model stuff, we could always do that. I have the entire ambulance I can pull from for supplies. You know, the base is going to be used with cardboard, and a lot of the stuff that we've already done and I've already shared with you is salvage of some sort, not to mention everything I've already taken over there. I did buy the fake flowers and I bought the army men, but only because I lost the original army men, and the ones I bought are like tiny. I had like regular sized ones, like Toy Story army men. I don't know where they went. Anyway, I'm gonna go through the shed again today, in between the rainstorms, and see what I can pull out. But I'm so excited, and it's like I've been waiting for this since they asked me in February, and then so that's why today I'm like Cinco de Mayo. Oh my God, we start our shit tomorrow. So I'm very stoked, and I will check back with you and let you know. Maybe I'll make a video in Salvage Studio. I'm not going to try and get any of the kids on camera, obviously. I think that's weird when people do that. But I will check in with you maybe at the end. Yeah, okay. I'm like already seeing what I can also take. So let me go ahead and scavenge for salvage. Is that a word? Scavenge? No. What's that word? Yes, it is a word. I have something in my eyeball. No, not the word I want. What is this word? Nope. Don't know. Scavenger? Scavenge? Yeah!
Oh.
No, it's a British historical term referring to a toll or custom duty charged on foreign merchants for good. Anyway, whatever, you know what I mean. I'm gonna go search for shit. Okay, bye!